it's Sarah and I'm here with a Stash Dive Saturday video for you. Today I'm actually going to also be doing this page for the Victoria Marie Facebook group for their weekend challenge, and I will talk a little bit more about that here in just a second while I'm going to explain what I'm doing here. So I started out with this silhouette cut that is from the Cut Shop, which is an Etsy shop owned by Ashley Horton, and I will include a link to her shop down below and to this cut specifically as well if you want to check it out. But she has a great little Etsy shop, and she sells, cuts for the silhouette, and I have quite a few of her cuts, and so I decided to use one here today. And this one just has X's and O's all in a circle. So I am going to take this Heidi Swapp 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to back all of these with X's, or all of these X's and O's with different cuts of pattern paper. And while I'm doing that, I did speed it up a little bit, but it's going to take me a few minutes to get all this done. But I am part of the Victoria Marie Challenge group on her Facebook group, and I will include a link to her Facebook group as well. If you guys are not a part of it, it is a really, really wonderful group. It's very positive and motivating, and we do challenges every single weekend. There's a weekend challenge, and there are different people who post challenges and projects and things like that. And then it's also just a great place for you to share your work if you want to. It's a great place to get news from the industry and just, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really great group. If you guys are interested, I will include a link. Please go over there and request to join, and Victoria is pretty good about adding people fairly quickly. So that is something I'm going to be doing once a month. One of my Stash Dive Saturdays is going to be a Victoria Marie weekend challenge, because for every layout that I do for her group, it's going to be from my stash. And most of my assignments are to use my stash anyway, so it works out perfectly. So I think I have a couple times where I'm doing a sketch, but that's fine too. Okay, so I have my X's and O's backed with pattern paper, and now I'm taking the negatives from that cut. I kept the X's and the O's that were negatives, and I'm gonna go ahead and add them on here as well. And it's just gonna be a tiny little added detail along the outside, since it's gonna be, white on white cardstock. It doesn't scream at you, but it's just a nice little added subtle texture, and I really like the way that it turned out. And then I'm using up, those negative cuts instead of throwing them away. So it worked out nicely. Okay, so I got those down, and I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the excess. And I love the way that it turned out. And got that done. And so now I'm going to take the entire thing and I'm going to back it on a piece of black cardstock. Before I started the layout, I had cut down my white cardstock down by 1/4 of an inch on each side. So I have this picture here. This is actually the picture that we had on our Christmas cards this year, and we had a whole bunch of extra cards, so I just cut off the greeting and I'm going to use it on my layout here. So this is a picture of our family, and I'm just going to back that with another piece of black cardstock here just to separate it. And then I'm going to take some of these scraps here from what I was cutting down to use behind the pictures, or behind the cuts, and I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of layering back there with the extra papers here. And these are all from Heidi Swapp, from the same 6x6 paper pad, which does not have a name on it, so I'm not sure. And I'm pretty positive I got it at Michael's a while ago, so... So this layout is going to be about my husband's and my anniversary this year. We just celebrated 13 years of marriage, and we were traveling on our anniversary. Our anniversary is December 28th, so we were traveling for Christmas and all that stuff. So we did go out for dinner one night while we were in Florida, but I wanted to put an entire picture of our family instead of just me and him, because I didn't take any pictures when we went out for dinner, actually. We were just really enjoying each other's company. And but in my journaling, I do talk about the girls as well, so I wanted them to be in the picture too. And this is a great picture of us. So I'm using these Amy Tangerine thickers. These are called Today, and it has the word Lucky on it, so I'm putting Lucky, and then I'm going to use these Woodland thickers that are also black foam. This is from Dear Lizzie, and I'm going to put lucky number 13 because it's our 13th anniversary. And 13 is actually my lucky number, ironically. So it worked out kind of nice that way. But I really wanted to have that big bold title up there. And my ATG ran out, and then I realized I didn't have any refills, so that's why I'm using this Xyron adhesive, these adhesive strip type things. It's kind of what I had on hand. Later that day, I went out and got some adhesive because I missed my ATG. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my title up on top there. And then I had pulled a bunch of stuff from my stash that I am just going to kind of work around in the circle. And I'm going to use this piece of yellow paper here from the Heidi Swap pad, and I'm doing journaling strips, and I'm just writing what I want to write on here, and then I'm going to cut them into strips. And I believe I wrote 13 years of marriage, 2 beautiful children, 4 duty stations, 1 amazing life. So I'm just going to lay those down for my journaling here. And for the duty stations, if you guys are newer to my channel, my husband is in the military, so we're at our 4th place that we have lived so far in his career. And definitely not the last. We'll probably move a couple more times. He has been in for, it'll be 14 years in May, so he's over the halfway hump here in order to retire, so, which is a little crazy to think about. I don't feel that old. All right, so I have some of these die cuts here from this Ellie Studio die cut pack, and I believe this is more of a Valentine-y type pack that I got last year, but I'm going to use a few things in here. I also have a little black hello badge that I'm going to put up towards the title. I do not know where that came from. I just had it in my stash. And then I have that little 13 circle that I was just playing with. And I believe that's from a printable cut-apart sheet I got from Studio Calico a very long time ago. Probably in 2013, if that would make sense. I also have this little die cut here from Ellie Studio that I'm going to cut up. And it says you plus me equals love. Yes. So I'm just using some lovey-dovey stuff since, you know, I'm talking about our anniversary. I'm just going to kind of lay them around and see where I like them. I like having that, the circle going around because it really just helped guide my design. It just kind of helped everything flow really well. I'm going to go ahead and get that badge down, and then I have this die cut here that I believe it says "So Good Together," and it's pointing towards us. And then I'm going to get this heart down, and the 13 as well. That 13 was just perfect. And this one says, "You are my one and only." And I'll get these two. And then the last little pink circle there that says, "I choose you." So lots of lovey-dovey stuff. And now I'm going to put some enamel dots down. I'm going to do some of these flowers here. These are from Twine and Ink, and I've had these for a while. I believe I'm going to use up all these little floral pieces. Just kind of get them all used up here. And then I'm also going to use some of these pink enamel dots right here. I believe I'm going to use all these circles here. Just going to kind of scatter them around. And I believe that's going to complete my layout. After I get these down, I'm going to take one last look at it and be happy. So that is going to be it for my first Victoria Marie weekend challenge for using my stash. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know and I'll try to answer them as best that I can. And please check out the Victoria Marie Facebook group. It's really a wonderful place to be. It's one of my favorite groups on Facebook. I will see you guys again real soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye.